Now, there is one thing I don't like about lectures, and that thing is they have to talk. Okay, so, but this lady here, pushed me to do this, so I'm going to try and do my best to you in explain my feeling about a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit about tango, as the title of today's lecture is. I forgot. Let me read it. The title of today's lecture. So I'm going to talk about tango, and then I'm going to talk about, on my point of view, what a competitor should do in order to become a champion or a good dancer, whatever you want to call it. The title of the lecture is How to Look Competitive with a Basic Routine. You read that? I didn't know there was any other routine than basic. I didn't know there was another routine. So I think that's a silly title there. There is no other routine than basic. So forget that, out of the window. See, I have a lot of things that I have to read to you today. So I'm going to try and do, correct. Talk about this tango thing. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to say to you that I believe that when I see tango dance today, people use too much strength, they work too hard, and nothing happens, on my point of view. So the work that's been done in respect to what's come out is too much work and not enough output. The first thing I want to explain is foot pressure or leg pressure. You know, I heard many times that you have to be stronger and press the floor and create more pressure to the floor. And I believe that that's not possible. Okay, it's not possible. If I put myself on a scale and I weight myself, let's say I am for sure, 84 kilograms. If I decide, and that's basically is measured through pressure or not, if I decide to become 120, I can't. I can't get more pressure on the floor. The pressure that is on the floor is basically my weight. Can you become lighter? Some people wish to. When they are on the scale, they think, oh, I would like to be 62, but you can't. So the pressure that you apply that goes into the floor is basically your own weight. Can you get more? Yeah, if you eat more. You get more pressure. Doesn't look right, but you will get more pressure. Now, you can feel pressure differently. Okay? For example, if this 84 kilo of pressure that I've got right now on the floor are divided in two legs. So I've got, let's say, how's 84 divided by 42 on the left and 42 on the right. So the pressure is divided. Now I can decide, okay, I'm going to stay in one leg. Therefore, 84 kilo is in one leg. So I feel there is more pressure on the right foot, but it's actually just my weight. Okay, so I did not increase it. I just diminish the surface that the pressure is landing on. Okay? Now, if you look, if I stand like this, let me go. Somebody died? Did I say already something wrong? Somebody already left. So if I stand like this, I've got 84 kilograms supported by my bones, basically, because my bones are straight. Hello? Okay, so if I bend my leg, I will feel more pressure, but it's actually not more pressure. It's because the weight is not supported anymore by the bones, but it's supported by my muscle. Okay, so you will feel that your leg, if you just stand up, don't stand in front of the camera, stand up and look beautiful as you are. Stand on both legs, and that's your kilogram on the floor. Okay? stand on one leg, and then you feel that the leg that you stand on is got more pressure than when you divide it in two. Then you bend the leg, and you feel that muscle getting stronger or full of blood. Okay? They're supporting your kilograms. Now, try when you go home that on the scale and try to make yourself more heavy. And it's not possible. Now, if you do this, for example, you bend this, and then you lift the heel, you feel there is more pressure on the toe. But it's basically your kilograms. They are supported by less surface. Okay, so very simple, don't try. You can sit now. Thank you very much. Don't try to get more foot pressure because you're wasting your time. Okay? Is that clear? Now, I see people, when you do tango, you're basically going from one point to the next, you turn it. I mean, there's so many aspects that we can discuss it, but I would like just to stress one thing. Find out what your job is. For example, I want to do a walk. Okay, find out, stay in balance, thank you. You do a walk. How much energy do I need to do that walk? So how much energy should I apply to do the job? Because I see many people just to take a step or to rotate the body or to turn the head, they just go like this, and it looks like they try, like that. They're trying to move the building. They're using so much stress just to move their own body. So I think that is the efficiency of the work is not there. So there is a waste of energy. I remember when I used to dance in Blackpool for it was about 2 years that I felt, well, she doesn't remember, I remember, because I didn't tell her, so she doesn't know. I remember that after one Blackpool, I came off the floor in the tango. I could not, in the middle of the tango, I could not hear anymore the music on my right here. I thought, bloody hell, what's that? That's usual. No, I remember that I could not hear anything. So my, how do you say? Udito. Come si dice udito in inglese? What? My hearing on the right side was gone in the tango. So I asked some people, some friend, about what's happening. So they said, but what are you doing? I said, I'm doing this tango, blah, blah, blah. And I realized that I was so strong in my right side, the right arm, that basically all these sides, my muscle was on spasm, and they stopped the blood circulation that goes through the ears, and in the middle of the tango, I couldn't hear anymore. You remember that? So, is that clever? No, it's just waste of energy. Okay, so 2 points, don't waste energy in trying to increase pressure. Just find out where you're standing. If you're standing on back leg, straight leg, if you stand on the right, on the left. Second thing, if you try to do something, turn, move, just find out and try to analyze how much energy or stress you need to do this job, okay? Now, I'm going to say the last thing about tango, and then I'm talking about a completely different thing. Because I think the lecture that Len said yesterday in tango was perfect, so if you want a lot of information, just look at the lecture in the tango. And yesterday, I thought it covered so many aspects that is not necessary for me to do that. But I have a thing that I want to share with you. Well, okay, as you heard yesterday, Len, he said that the frame has changed. Okay, and I believe that I keep my frame as wide as I can. So I don't like that feeling when the right arm is like this. I like the feeling of having as big as possible frame. They accommodate, of course, to my partner. We have to find the right connection. But the frame, for sure, is the right side is very big when you dance tango these days. It's not, you don't get this frame as it used to be, okay? Any step in tango, I guess you know the other dances as well, have a rotation Okay, so if we have a rotation, we have a force that we will get. Okay, so when we turn, we will have a centrifugal force. Okay, we can turn very slowly or we can turn very fast. Okay, but the centrifugal force is a force that tries to separate in dancing two bodies. So it's first they pull the man away from the lady or the lady away from the man. So you get this force that tries to separate the two persons. Now, if you don't have the correct connection, and I'm talking, of course, body connection, but I'm also talking, I'm referring very much to the hand connection and the elbow connection to the lady. If you don't have a good connection, you cannot support a centrifugal force. Let me explain. If my turn is very fast, I'm doing a step and I'm turning fast, let's say that I create a centrifugal force of, force is measuring kilograms. No, so I create a centrifugal force of 30 kilograms, let's say, to make it simple. Okay? When I create this centrifugal force of 30 kilograms, if the hands will not receive the 30 kilogram, we will separate. Yeah, you get, one is there and the other one is there. Solution is, first, don't do so much turn. So don't be as fast. Well, I don't think that's a good solution. Or keep the two bodies together through a connection, which is where you're touching each other. Okay? You could have this, that, any position that you like at the moment. Okay? But I think the hands are part of the tango today and other dances, on my point of view. But you don't create movement from the hand. You do the rotation that will create the centrifugal force. The two hands will keep you together. Okay? But you will get this stress, squeezing hand, or as I told you before, I could not hear, I was so strong, even when there is no rotation. Let's say I'm doing a step in promenade. Here, there is not a lot of rotation, but you get people tight. That is not necessary. So that is, again, a waste of energy. Okay, so you have to be careful how much energy, again, I'll say again, because I think that's the main mistake of tango, how much energy you're putting in. Okay. So if there is a rotation, the hand should keep you together. You don't move with the hand, your partner. Okay? So now, I'm going to change the subject now. Saying that, I want to dance, and I'm going to take a dance lesson. So I'm going to my teacher, and this person is trying to help me. So he give me all this information. Okay? And then it could be anything. Posture, frame, leg, blah, 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 blah. You got, this week, a lot of information. Now, when you go back home, you go and practice, and you're trying to get this working. So what is the most, in tango, I'm going to say it like that, what is the muscle that work most when you dance? Which kind of muscle are you going to use to produce this tango? Which one is the muscle more under stress when you do this? You ever ask yourself, I'm going to do this, where I'm going to feel tired, mainly? The brain. That's the only muscle that should be under stress. Now, I think many people forget that. Brain should be kept under stress because your knowledge is in there. Your teacher is teaching you, and is teaching your brain, not your body. No? I heard that, is a common expression. They say, okay, we got muscle memory. Well, I never see anybody in coma. If I play a waltz, start dancing. I've never seen that. So there is no muscle memory. If you put the waltz, my leg does not start dancing. So the only, you've got memory in your brain, but there's no muscle memory. So you will get the feeling, of course, you understand the feeling in your own body, but it's all in the brain. Many people forget to get the brain under stress, and they just get the body under stress, okay? And that cannot last, because, we're all getting old, And you see young people get the energy to do it, and then as soon as they get a little bit older, they can't do it anymore. Because it's done just through brutal strength, which is, I was very good about it. I was pretty good. But if you do it through knowledge, you probably succeed much more. Now, I have a little, how do you say? Disagreement. I have a little disagreement. People tend to say that to become a champion, to become a good dancer, you need talent. I disagree completely. Completely disagree. So I don't think talent will make you anything. And I will explain. I've got a nice list of things there to make myself clear. But I remember I was teaching in Japan, one of my first trips in Japan, and Brian Watson was doing this lecture in Jive, and one stood up and said to him, you know, Mr. Watson, Mr. Watson, but, you know, how can we do this? You know, you're very natural, you're very talented. So Brian looked at this guy and said, come with me. So he took him to the window, opened the curtain, and said, look down in the street. So these guys look. Is anybody doing the jive there? So that's not natural. There's nobody doing the jive in the street, so nothing is natural here. Okay, so there's no natural, it's just knowledge and understanding of what you have to do. Okay? That if, when you understand it and you produce that, if that will become a natural way of dancing, of expressing yourself, well, that's the different thing. But there's nothing natural, okay? So, you all dancer, if you know here, if the only possibility to become a good dancer is hide in the word talent, you must have all talent here. You know, you've got talent. Everybody that dances has got talent. Well, I'm going to read you something from a little book here that I've got. You know, I like to read, not, how do you say, romance, but I like to read things that stimulate the brain. So, you're going to take a lesson, you should be positive about what you're trying to do, and should be structured not in a negative way, but in a positive way. Okay, so many people tend to think and teach, oh, this is wrong, that is wrong, this is wrong, that is wrong, and it should be done differently. Okay, it should be done in a positive and constructive way, even when you practice, not in a destructive way, because that will stop you growing. Okay, so that's one thing that I would put in the box for talent. Growth potential. A hunger for personal growth and development, the ability to keep growing. Now, if you're not hungry to improve, if you're not hungry to get better, if you're not hungry to develop yourself, well, you won't become talented. So you need to be hungry and you need to want to learn in everything. Okay? Even when you stop dancing, you need to keep your brain growing and growing. So that is a very important thing, I think. This is what you can say, drive, desire, that need to be in the box. Thank you. Oh, this is a bit strange. Follow through. The determination to get the job done completely and with consistency. So what should I do? Oh, I went to have this lesson, and they told me, I don't know, they have to rise on at the end of 2, blah, 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 and I've done it one time. You have to be consistent and repeat it and do it again and do it again. So that is, follow through means that if you know what you have to do, well, then do it. Don't think about it, just do it. That is the follow-through. So that will make you a talented dancer. So we put that in the box as well. Thank you. Resiliency, the ability to bounce back when problems arise. Now, when you have a problem in life, it's an opportunity for you to grow. It's not a problem. So if I have a problem, thank you very much, I'm gonna get to the problem, face the problem, that's it. I'm gonna face the problem and learn from that. Don't avoid the problem. If you avoid the problem stays there. So your talent will not develop. Okay, so this is, I mean, if you think about competition, you get a better result, blah, blah, blah. You know, even if you think about your own practice, you didn't practice well, but you need to be resilient. Now, I'm gonna say later, I'm gonna keep going with this thing. Integrity, this is a difficult word, trustworthiness and solid character consist word and walk. So what I'm saying, basically, I have to do it. What I made a decision, okay, I have to stick to my own word. Okay, because that, integrity, is also, I cannot lie to myself. Now, if I made a decision that I want to do something, go ahead and do it. Many people talk a lot and don't walk nothing. Okay, so that is another thing that in the dancing, in the box of talent, need to be included. I'll go a little story in the next one. See the big picture. The ability to see and set your goal. Now, if you don't see that, I'm sorry, you don't know where you're going. So you need a goal. The goal needs to be achievable, of course. I cannot decide I'm going to fly on that mountain and try for all my life because I know it's impossible. But you need to have a goal. You need to set your own goal. You need to see the big picture, like the movie. You need to see that. Where are you going? It's not happening to you. You make it happen. Okay, the first time that I went to Blackpool, she knows, she's sitting right there. I went to Blackpool, we did the competition, they throw us out on the first round. The following night, I said to her, I will win this competition. Now, is that craziness? Maybe. Maybe it's craziness, but if you make a decision, stick to your own word, work at it, it won't happen to you. You need to work, see the big picture, that's my drive, my desire to get to that point. Many people, they take lessons, they dance, they have no idea what they're doing. They just expect things to happen to them. They just say, okay, oh, this competition wasn't good, so but where are you going? Have you got a plan? If it doesn't work out your plan, be resilient. Keep working it again. The only people that don't win, the people that quit. If you keep working, hard work, I'm saying, you will get it. So that's the big picture thing. Discipline. Oh my God. That's a big word for Italian people. The willingness to do what is required regardless of personal mood. Oh, today I don't feel good, I don't want to practice. Sorry. You can't do that. Have you got an idea what you're doing? Where you want to go? You see the big picture? No, today I feel I've got headache, I don't want to take a tablet, my dear, and go on the floor and practice. Because that's the only way that you will become talented. Okay, so how many times you feel, I never feel like doing something anyway, but I have to do it. I never feel doing this. So you have to commit yourself to discipline. Discipline is, your teacher will guide you what you have to do with technique, with information. But if you're not disciplined, you will not be able to do anything. Is that hand there? Oh, I thought she wanted to talk to me. That's it. Nothing more. Now, if you want to add something, you can do it. There's more pages here. Okay. Well, it's not a champion. Champion is, I'm going to talk about that in a second. But there is many other things. I'm just selecting some. I'm reading all the time things that motivate the brain. And I think, if I go back and I see what's happening, well, many people miss all this. And they want to get the result. And they want to become natural. They want to become talented. But I'm sorry, talent is desire. As I told you, it's not happening to you. You make it happen through this series of things. And something more. You need, of course, decision. You need, for example, now, can you become a talent dancer with bad information? No, you can't. But I don't think that this day you've got bad information anywhere. You got different information, but that's not bad information. So the information everywhere is good, but these people, they go, let me see, I don't want to skip one thing. Okay. People, I remember one guy said to me, he came and take a few lessons, then he went to dance. He was a youth guy. He went to dance Cervia. And I don't remember, he made a semi-final, something like that. And the father, wow, he came to me and said, thank you very much, thank you. That was a great thing. Well, now, he probably took 3 lessons. So do you think it's me that did the difference? No way. But I say to the father, I think you should just relax. They dance, so you go and congratulate them, not me, because I've done nothing. I just told them what to do, and they know what they're doing. But I say, but remember, now you come to me today because you're happy. If tomorrow they don't make the next round, do you think it's my fault? Is it my fault if they don't make the next round? And if they're good, I'm the good one? No, it's all down to the dancer. So you have to look at yourself in the mirror. If it doesn't work, look again and try to find why it's not working. Don't blame on the other what's happening to you. Okay? So now I need to drink a little vino. I think I had a white.
Like plastic, or you like?
It doesn't matter.
You better have discipline.
Discipline.
You're discipline in the.
Put the water in your mouth.
The way you drink is with discipline, don't forget.
Discipline. All right, I'm going to read you something about golf right now. You know golf? Well, I'm playing golf a little bit. Who knows Tiger Woods? You know Tiger Woods? Well, this is a long article, okay, but I'm going to read this little thing. Tiger emphasis has always been on learning and knowing how to hit quality golf ball. Could be a natural term, okay? Because he was taught by his dad to play the old game. Oh, here we go, is the teacher. Teacher teaching you what to do. But the son is going open mind and he wants to learn growth potential. He played the new game better than everybody else. Tiger also refused to be satisfied with his golf game. Now, if you're satisfied, well, that's the end of the game then. If you're happy with what you're doing, go home, finish. So go home and practice and dance in your own house. Don't do competition. What are you doing for that for? It took a lot of gut for him to go to another teacher and hang honey after winning all those majors. So he won all this competition, but he changed dramatically his game. But Tiger is all about improving. He thought he had some swing flow, which is David told me his mistakes, seam floor. And under the gun, he was afraid of those flow cropping up. It means having to struggle and listen to a second guessing. But he dealt with it, he dealt with the problem and made the change. So even when you are an accomplished dancer, if you don't put yourself on the line and say, what is my next step? What should I learn? Should I get better? Well, you should stop. If you don't feel hungry for more. Now, if ever, I put down a few things here. If you think you're doing all this, if you think you actually, all the things that I wrote down, you're actually doing that, well, then you become talented. If you don't, well, look yourself in the mirror. Because that's the best place to look if it doesn't work. Okay? I'm going to talk to you about practice. Okay, so now all this thing, for me, all that thing is talent, is in the box. Now, I need to practice. Okay, so my teacher's telling me what to do, and I'm going to do it. I'll make my decision, and I practice. How do people practice? People practice, not 90% of us, we did. I did for many years. I guess I learned all these things because I've done it all wrong. So, by doing it wrong, you learn it. And if you practice without a goal, you go nowhere. So if I today go on the floor and say, okay, let me try and dance. Oh, it doesn't feel the same as yesterday. Oh, let's try and fix this, fix that. Oh, that's better. Well, if it doesn't feel the same as yesterday, okay, when it will feel same as yesterday, I'm the same as yesterday. So it's not any better, it's the same. So when am I going to grow? Because if I base the improvement on my own feeling, well, forget it then. I'm always at the same level. So there is no goal for practice. I think when you practice, you should have a goal, and that goal should stay in your brain for all that time that you're going to practice that. I don't know. I'll give you an example. Today I'm going to, I had this lesson, and they told me that this frame, or when I close the feet in tango, should be like this, and that frame is like that, and that's what I'm going to practice. And I'm going to practice for as long as possible, until I'm tired, and I can't do it physically today anymore. But that's my teacher give me guidance to where I want to go. I know that that's where I want to go, and I've got these people with me that help me, okay, go this way a little bit, and so I have to listen to this and put this into work, okay? You don't practice without a goal. You better stay home, because you go back to your normal feeling. If there is no direction, forget. I've never seen, if you look at football, any sport, they have a coach, and they do the Sunday game, and then on Monday, he say, okay, this is not right, we're going to practice that. So he's got direction. They don't say, okay, let's pray and see if we come better this time. There's no way. He will not improve. Okay, so no goals, no improvement. You've got enough people around in this wonderful ballroom dancing world. They've got good information for you to help you to go to your goals at the end, okay? You cannot blame them if it's not happening. The mirror is always there. Now, after you learn all this, you then face to a competition. Okay, oh, here we go. We got a lot of enemies. Okay, I've got the floor that I don't like because it's sloped that way, the wrist one. So I don't like it. It's too sticky. They made me dance at the time that I don't want to dance. I feel quite good at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but I have to start 10 o'clock in the morning. So I've got that. Then I'm looking at the judges, and there is no one that I like. There is all enemy again. Oh my God. And then who's dancing? Oh, this guy's dancing, that guy's, oh shit. Oh my God, what am I doing here? So it's all wrong. Everybody's against me here. I can't do anything. Now, is that a mental approach for competition? No. Can you change the floor? No. Can you change the timing? No. Can you change the judges? No. Can you change your competitor? No. Can you change your result? No. After it's done, I mean. After it's over, you can't change it. Next time I'll change it. So there is a lot of things that you cannot change, so why are you worried about it? You should not even see them. Why are you smiling to the judges? They're not there. Why are you afraid of your competitor? He's not there. What are you doing here? I came here. This is the way I always try to dance. I dance a competition to see if what I make, through my practice, in this time I feel that this is the thing that make me dance better today. I'm gonna find out if I can do that in the competition floor. Under those stress situations, I'm trying to avoid them as much as possible, but you can't lie to yourself, you know they're there. But what is my job today? Is it my job to come here and complain about everything? Because if that is my job, okay, I'll do that. Or is my job to come here and try the best that I can? Well, if that's what I have to do, then there is nobody around me. There is no one. The only thing, there is me, my partner, the music they have to follow, and that's it. For all the competition, I'm focusing on that thing, and even if in the middle of the competition, somebody's trying to change that, I don't know, I'll try to keep my arms down. And somebody in the middle of the competition say, pick up your arm. There is no chance I'm going to do that. Because today, my decision, so that's integrity, was to come here and keep the arms down and dance the comp. Now, I'm happy to pay the price. I'm last, thank you very much. Next time, they are here. But there is many people that get deviated from information. Now, you do the comp, you make up your mind what you want to do, and just go ahead and do it. You will see the results later. What's the big deal? It's just dancing competition. It's not the end of the world. If you don't make your own decision about how you want to perform today, well, I'm sorry, it's going to just look as an ordinary thing, and there is no direction for you. So what would make me happy with this competition? What would make me, I've done the best competition of my life? It's not the result. I don't care. It's the only thing, did I achieve my goal today? What was my goal? Was my goal, keeping the arms up? Well, I've done all the comp. That was good. Now, if they call me first, okay, I'm going to get it, thank you very much. But I'm not interested. That is the result of what I actually try to do. So focus your brain and your intention on your job, not on the result. Now, how many people just, we all did it. I did it. Everybody did it. You're focusing on the result, and then you forget what you have to do. So what do you want to have the result for? You're not doing what you're supposed to do. So I think the competitor is a great thing, but to be competitor, you need to actually stick to many decisions that you make. I think that talent is a combination of things, so that's why I said there is no talent. Okay, I don't understand why, I dance when Marx was dancing, when Liquors was dancing. Well, they're all talented, but why they practice? Why didn't they go to the beach and have champagne, and then, okay, today we dance, we're talented, we're going to win it? There's no chance. So it probably looked natural, it probably looked beautiful, it probably looked effortless, it probably looked whatever you want to say. But that's technique, of course, but that's not talent. It's hard work and dedication to what you have to do. If we just hope for talent, well, let's hope that we're born with talent and, the dancing will happen to us. And I see many people, that they think they've got talent, but they've got no discipline, and nothing happened to them. So what are they going to do with it? Okay? So I'm going to close this down and tell you that, you see, I believe that if you don't have a brain, you can't dance. Okay, so that's the only thing that you have to put to work. People need to give you the right information. For example, if I'm going to have a conversation with him, and this guy playing with the PlayStation 24 hours a day and read a comic book, it's going to be an interesting conversation. He's feeding his brain with nothing. So what are you reading? What are you getting the information from? You know, you're eating the spaghetti because it's nice for your body. What do you put into your brain? You never thought about that? You have to, what is the food of my brain? What I'm putting inside this? Because this is the only thing that makes me grow. If I put PlayStation business, what? I want to become stupid. What can I do? There is no growth. Okay, so treat your brain nicely, get the right information, and become talented. Thank you very much.